ordinance.
Mr. Jacobs going to read the second reading of the ordinance.
You've been introduced. You've been introduced more times than Steve Harvey.
Oh, my goodness. All right. Once again, we are seeking to amend the retirement plan, and it states, an ordinance to amend and restate the retirement plan for the employees of the city of Douglas in accordance with and subject to the terms and conditions set forth in adoption agreement and amendments to the adoption agreement, the Georgia Municipal Association master plan document, and GMAB's trust agreement. Often read for the first time at a regular meeting of the Mayor Commission of the City of Douglas on May the 23rd, 2016, and read for the second time and voted upon at the meeting of the Mayor Commission after properly advertised and captioned as required under the Charter of the City of Douglas on June the 6th, 2016. This is ready for action, Mayor.
I offer a motion that we raise that to 45 rather than 35.
No, you get them just change it from 35 to 45.
They just being very specific.
I'd like to offer a motion that we approve it as presented.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank
You
you.
already got a motion,
Yeah, we already got a motion.
and I'm a second.
Yeah. But they're being,
They want to, yeah, I
yeah,
know.
they're
That's
down there
okay.
being elderly. All right, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Excellent. Thank you. Are you coming back?
I don't think so.
What did we approve?
Because it was two motions made. I'm not clear.
Her motion didn't count.
No, hers, there's already one on the floor.
Mr. Roper put one on the floor.
That's all it
Okay.
is. That's all it is. Next,
We all right.
they all right.
He was making a motion that we
Hold up for a second.
What? All right, now what? Help us understand what's.
Yeah, because I want to make sure, because what we have here
No,
is the
go.
second reading of the retirement plan ordinance.
Right.
The motion was, what was your motion?
I offer a motion instead of the 35, to raise it to 45.
But see, he's talking about a very specific part. You got this, it's in totality.
Yeah, and due to
So
the
we
city
can't-
attorney's not here, we've already actually advertised the
Well, we've
caption
done
in
all that.
relationship
Okay.
to. Now, if there's something that you want to change at a date,
Yeah,
we would
this
have to
is-
go through that whole process again, because the attorneys from GMA have already.
Motion to adopt
Adopted ordinance.
The retirement.
as read,
Read. Okay.
okay? So, let's make sure that we got it
We
clear.
got-
We got a motion on the floor to adopt the ordinance as read.
Yeah,
Agreed?
yeah.
Now, let's make sure,
That's what.
is there
Yeah.
any further discussion?
Mayor, I just want to point out a couple of things on this one. I had some questions, or I hadn't really thought about it. I guess some people, employees didn't really understand it. This has nothing to do with the employee's retirement. This is a $10 increase in
Right.
the city commissioner's retirement. And, I mean, it was even, to give you an example of how stuff can get started, the question was that they were raising the employee's contribution to their retirement to pay for Mr. Jacobs' 10 years. I said, no. That's I don't know how that got convoluted
Okay.
like that, but that is not what we're doing here.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, it's been a motion. Any further discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Thank you for that point of clarification.
Make sure we get who's seconding.
Commissioner Moore.
More.
Now, city charter says we don't have to have a second.
You don't have
No,
to
we
have
don't have to do it.
They
It's just a
They just do
formality
it.
that
Just
we're.
let it
Yeah,
go.
it's out of courtesy.
Let it
One of
go.
those things.
Just let it go. I've been battling this since 1974, and I've been losing. So, lost again. Next, on the agenda, we have the FY 2017 budget public hearing, and we are graced with West Green finest,
That's right.
Mr. Charles.
I was trying to find somebody to pawn this one off, Mr. Jacobs or Mr. Jerry that was over here a while ago, but I guess I got to take this one. It's a small one, only $78 million. Tonight we're here to have a public hearing on the FY17 budget. Before the meeting, I handed out a kind of a recap there. So before we have the public hearing, want to go over some key points here. It is a $78,265,954 budget. There's 13 key points I want to hit before we go into the public hearing. It's a recap of what we discussed on April 7th, 2016 at the Commission budget work session. There is a 2% cost of living raise in there for all employees. The $200 employee appreciation incentive is still in there. Retirement is funded at $1.3 million. Health insurance is funded at $2.6 million. Workers' compensations at $444,000. New item this year, car allowance for the elected personnel is included. The use of fund balance for the general fund is $387,128. There's no proposed increases in general fund revenues. Proposed capital for general fund is $646,184. Special revenue funds, which includes the splash, which makes it goes up, is $11,433,855. That includes the economic development of the Satilla Park out there. The enterprise fund capital is on $1,558,000. In the enterprise funds, there's no increase in electric, there's no increase in natural gas, no additional increase on water and wastewater other than the established CPI +1 rule, and the sanitation is a pass-through of the increase that we get through trans waste. It's a 2.5% increase in this budget. The public hearing was advertised in the paper last weekend. We've had two subsequent advertisements in there, and at this time, the FY17 budget is ready for a public hearing.
All right, excellent. So we start the public hearing. Is there a citizen here that has a concern? Please go to the podium, state your name, address, and your issue. Is there anyone here? There's no one here. We will close the public hearing.
Mayor and Commission, the public hearing has been held, and if there's no other objections, we will bring this forward at the next commission meeting for you to approve the FY17 budget.
Thank you very much. Next on the agenda will be the work session items brought forward, and at this time, we'll turn it over to Mr. Jacobs. Get us out of here, Mr. Jacobs.
All right, sir. Next item coming from the work session is the resolution of support from Heritage Point Complex. Dale Batten will bring that forward.
Okay. We recommend that the commission authorize Mayor Polk to execute the resolution of support for Heritage Point Residential Housing Development.
I'd like to make a motion, if I might, since I
Yes,
know there's
yes.
family involved here, but I think this is just the resolution as I understand it.
That's
So
right.
I'd make a motion that we approve this.
So moved.
It's been motioned and second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
All right. Next item is the revision to the holiday policy. Judy Carter will bring that forward. HR Director.
Good evening. Here for Mayor and Commission to approve the revised holiday policy as discussed in the work session.
So moved.
Second.
It's been motioned and second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Next is the
Randall.
discussion of the Board of Appeals appointment.
That's Randall.
Randall Parker.
Thank you. Since y'all know my name. Make the recommendation that the upcoming vacancy on the Board of Appeals be advertised for a 2-week period, and anyone interested in serving on the Board of Appeals may come pick up an application from City Hall. The appointment will be, and that the appointment be made at the June 20th, 2016 commission meeting.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
No action needed on that.
action.
Okay. Next, we'll have the contract with the WW Video Production. Georgia Henderson will bring that forward.
The recommendation is for Mayor and Commission to approve for Mayor Tony L. Polk to execute a contract between the City of Douglas and Johnny Wilkerson doing business as W&W Video Production to to provide programming for WDTV 13, our government access channel, for a term from July the 1st, 2016 to June 30th, 2019. That is a typo on your agenda, but that's through 2019.
Okay.
Motion to approve, Mayor.
Second.
Oh, everybody. All right, got a motion. Who's the second?
Me.
We're gonna put Commissioner Durham on the book. Any further discussion?
Thank you.
Any further discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
Next item is a contract agreement with Southern Home Vintage. Once again, George Henderson.
Again, recommendation from Mayor and Commission to approve Mayor Tony L. Paulk to execute a contract between the City of Douglas and Joanne Lott doing business as the Southern Home Vintage Market and Lott True Value Hardware to provide 2 annual Southern Home Vintage Markets event in the spring and fall to be held at Central Square Complex.
And again, Mayor, as Liaison Commissioner for Community Development, not to steal the show here, but I'd like to make a motion that we approve.
Second motion.
It's been motioned and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you, Georgia.
Next item is the new stage trusses and light bid. Stanley Mann, our purchasing agent, will bring that forward.
Thank you. Recommend that the Mayor Commission approve the purchase of new stage and truss and lighting as discussed in tonight's work session meeting, and approve the low bid submitted by Vickers Music of Douglas, Georgia, for a grand total of $15,788.76.
Move to approve.
Second motion.
It's been motioned and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Excuse me, motion carries. Thank you very much. Mr. Jacobs, you've been busy tonight.
Yeah, city attorney and whatever it takes.
Oh, he gonna have to go get his back massage.
There you
everything.
go.
He used to this type of physical
I
labor.
know it. Oh, well, there we go with that. All right. Trying to find it, but I think I can remember. As discussed in the work session, we were seeking to change the meeting date from July the 11th due to a conflict of the Mayor Commission being out of town to July the 18th. In regards to that, that is the recommendation at this time.
Move approved.
Second motion.
It's been motioned and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Motion carries.
That's all the items we have from the work session, Mayor.
Outstanding. Next on the agenda, we have staff comments, and as always, Ms. Georgia Henderson is going to tell us what's going on in the great city of Douglas, Georgia.
Yeah, we know it's raining tonight, but we are praying that the rain clears out tomorrow. We want everyone to get ready to come out for our annual summer beach bash that will be held right here on the vacant lot next to City Hall. That is from 4 p.m. until 8 p.m. We have some city staff going to be out helping us, also some community volunteers. We want to thank the Douglas Rotary Club for their sponsorship of this event. And also, like I said, it's going to be food vendors and lots of summer fun. So Patty has worked hard pulling this event together, and we just like everyone's support of this event. Just want to announce that the city pool is now open. The Douglas Parks and Recreation Department is offering passes for individual and family swim. And for a full schedule, you can go by the Parks and Recreation Department or look on the website for a schedule. The pool will be open now until July the 31st. It's $3 for open swim, or as I said, you can purchase a family or individual swim pass. There's a few days that this pool will be closed for holidays and some other things, so just check with them for the schedule. Coming up on Saturday, June the 18th, will be our community residential drop-off day. This one will be held at Eastside Park on June the 18th from 8 until 12. I think I said that. I don't know why I had July on here. Yes, June. The Parks and Recreation Department is also holding a free basketball camp, and that will be held on July the 18th through the 21st. It's for beginners, for boys and girls between the ages of 9 to 13, and you can stop by the Recreation Department to pick up information on that program. We know that school is out and the kids are home. Some of the kids are, I won't say home alone, but left to kind of supervise themselves. So our Douglas Police Department has put together some tips for parents and for kids to keep them safe during the summer months, and some do's and don'ts for parents on when to make a decision on when to leave your kids home alone and the hours. So we have these tips available on our website under the Douglas Police Department page, and we would like for the parents to go and download the 10 tips from our Douglas Police Department. Just want everyone to mark their calendar. The Douglas Exchange Club is again hosting the 4th of July Freedom Fest on July the 4th, and we just want everyone to put that on their calendar. We'll be coming back with you with more details about that event in the future. Those are announcements that I have.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mayor, can I make one statement?
Sure.
Stevie Young, our Parks and Recreation, brought something to my attention today that we feel that we need to try to get out. As y'all know, we have Roundtree, over at Roundtree, we have the splash pad, as we affectionately call it. We've had quite a bit of little vandalism there. We spent quite a bit of money trying to get it operational. Within the last week, matter of fact, this weekend, they went into I guess what is that place called? A little area where they have the valves that operate the pad, and actually vandalize them, so now it's back not operational again. So we're asking citizens in that area and the neighbors, please be vigilant. If you see something, help us to curtail some of this vandalism. It's hard for staff to go and fix it, and one day the next it goes back in disrepair. It's for the kids. It's for the kids to enjoy, but they can't enjoy it if it's constantly being vandalized. So it is not working now until further notice. So we're going to ask the citizens in that area to help us keep that operational and functional by reporting things that are going on over there. And I know kids are out for school now, and there's an opportunity to do a little devilish stuff, but when it disrupts the opportunities of others, that's when it gets to be troublesome. So just want to put that out there. Okay.
Do we have one of those big lights up?
Yes.
Yeah, we have
illuminated.
Yeah.
But what about, can we let's put cameras up?
Well, that is the long-term plan, to put cameras in all of our parks.
You can start with deer cameras and get them in Walmart. I mean,
well, we only
low
know.
life out there trashing the kids' park.
Well, we try to put cameras where we think there's a problem. We didn't know there was going to be a problem with this at this time. So now that we see it's a problem, we can hopefully deter some of that with that. So,
Excellent. Okay. Is that the end of our staff comments?
yes, sir.
End of staff comments. Our general comments, is there a citizen that would like to come before the mayor and commission with any comments or concerns? Please go to the podium.
When? Saturday, Sunday. It's not Saturday, it's Sunday, July the 3rd, from 5 o'clock until 10. Sponsored by Tim Jackson, Curtis Hicks, and Richard Vickers. On this flyer, we say everybody is welcome to come out and enjoy free hot dogs, hamburgers, and drinks. You can come and bring your own grill, wear your t-shirt of your loved ones lost dear to you to this event. And it's a violence-free event. We welcome the commissioner board to come out. We welcome the police to come out. And we want no violence from anybody, police, people, or anybody. But, like we say, the event is for Funky Rick and Dirty Red, because they were some pretty good DJs back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
And we're asking, DJs that DJ with them back in the days to come out and let's see if you still got it.
Tony Groove behind the mic.
One of them, I think Love, DJ Love, you know what I'm
The
saying?
Get Loose crew.
But I got a couple of t-shirts here.
2X.
But that's Dirty Red.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. Alvin Davis.
Yeah.
That's Dirty Red.
Show it where Wickerson can get it on his.
Yes.
I wouldn't fit Big Dirty Red.
What do you say?
That wouldn't fit him.
City managers, you don't know nothing about this. No, you don't.
Yeah, he don't know nothing about it. He was over there in Blackshear. But now he had a box now.
Yeah.
He had a box.
But also, I have one more, and I'm undecided about which one to wear. Dirty red, probably wear dirty red. But I also have a son that I'm gonna wear.
Man.
He lost his life at Roundtree Summer.
Sure did.
He lost his life at Roundtree. That's my son. So, like I said, I'm kind of undecided which one I want to wear. But, like I say, it's a celebration, not a memorial. So I'm just asking everybody, citizens, city commissioners, and everybody that's involved. And we are taking donations. Hot dogs, hamburgers, hamburger buns, anything people can give. Because, like I said, and we want people, if you want to bring your grill out, you can bring your grill. And come on out and let's celebrate these guys. And let's celebrate your loved one on this day. Thank you.
Your name?
Tim Jackson.
Address?
1101 South Coffee Avenue.
Oh, yeah.
There you
Douglas,
go.
Georgia.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
I was trying to sit there and think about the other DJs. I know we had Funky Rick, the Wonderful Sounds of Dirty Red, Dr. Snow, the Get Loose crew.
Yeah, man.
Love Maker. Van Love.
Van Love. Oh, I forgot about him. Oh, that's an oldie. That's an oldie. Yeah.
But it's gonna be good.
Yeah. Good deal. Good deal. Is there any other citizens here that have a comment? Outstanding. All right. I will entertain comments from the commission, and let's be mindful that we do have an executive session. Let's start. I hadn't heard nothing from the left side of my brain down there. 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
All right,
So we can get out of here.
when they get through giving signs that day. I would like to say that, and I should let Commissioner Dern do that one. I'll do another one. We're gonna have to come up with some kind of decision to do something about that, clean out the ditches. Our spider is not gonna be able to crawl. So we got to sit down at the table, come up with something, and go to work. Spider ain't crawling no more.
Ain't crawling.
Ain't crawling.
It's tore up.
Huh?
What's happened to it?
Y'all better bought a bad dude there. That dude is like, Muhammad Ali hit was a bad man. That ain't working. It broke. But we had some situations that came up in the last week. And dear hearts, just like we're having at Roundtree right now, we don't want to continue carrying that thing. And we have it in our community, and we sit up and say this and we say that, and they're talking about the traffic. You know, on Wheel Avenue, on Daughtry Avenue, before they put that second traffic light on College, the one that's over there on Ashton Street, people could get across there. Now they get to cross Daughtry with stop signs, fast and get across them lights.
Right.
And my street is busier than Peterson.
It is.
Daughtry Avenue is busy as Madison and Peterson. And I'm not complaining about it, because sometimes traffic is good. Somebody gonna sell some gas and somebody gonna sell some rubber on the tire, you know. And traffic sometimes is good for us. But I just wanted to kick that out, you know. We usually have these things saying, you know, the damage. We got an area down here on the east side of town, around that Shell station on Friday evening. It's just like the Wild Wild West down there. Everybody carrying a gun. Dear hearts, I've talked with them and I've encouraged people, leave your gun home. Leave your gun home, then you won't wind up in Superior Court, or you go into Superior Court when you shoot somebody out there. People could go to talking. Too many people dying in the street with your gun. And if we gonna carry guns like they're carrying them, there's really no point in having a police department. Everybody strap themselves and get ready. You know,
we don't need a GBI or FBI or pay people to do something that we're gonna kill one another anyway. We're going to have to do some kind of law about these people toting these guns in the streets. I don't care how many you have in your home. It's up with you how many you can get in your house with. But I am really tired of gun packing on these streets. If you got it in your car, so be it. But on the ground, tired of that. We're gonna need to do something. And a bad man with a gun don't stop a bad man with a gun. I can tell you that. Every time I'm sometimes too few to kill. Let's do something like that. And I thank you very much for allowing me to split for a few minutes.
Commissioner Moore?
Well, since Commissioner Roper took up most of my time, I just say I hope everybody has a good summer, and we'll see you next meeting.
Outstanding.
Okay, Mayor, I just have to say, regarding Mr. Jackson, I think that's a great idea that they're coming up with to honor these individuals. So I commend him and the group that came up with that. I think that's a great idea. And that's all I have.
Commissioner Gow?
I know, right?
Short and sweet.
Just to recap, I think time will tell if we made the right decision in allowing the development to go forth, but I think, you know, if we're going to allow some kind of development, this is the kind that we want for our city. You know, I don't think it's haphazard. I think it's quality, and I'm looking forward to improve the character of our neighborhood. And my eyes will be on you.
Outstanding. Commissioner McNeil?
Thank you, Mayor. I want to say a couple things too. I know, again, with school being out and a lot of folks on vacation and everything, I, wish everybody safe travels. We're thankful in Douglas and Coffee County for this rain and everything. I know we've had a lot of rain in a short period of time, though, and I can imagine the county roads and kind of what we may be dealing with there. So I just encourage everybody to be safe. A couple of things I want to mention on the calendar, though, coming up. And we may get an opportunity to talk about these again, but I know that the Alliance for the Arts is holding the Missoula Children's Theater June 13th through the 17th. And I encourage everybody who has children that might be interested, please find out about that activity. And then also the Chamber's doing a power luncheon with the STEM program interns and employers. And as an employer of a couple of high school students, I want to commend Coffee Hive for this effort. What they do with these students and training them for the workforce and putting them out there for us, and then the employers to host these students and work with them. This again will be a wrap-up session on June 27th, and should be a good time to recognize those efforts. That's at the atrium. The other thing I think Georgia mentioned about the junk drop-off day, and I'm excited that we host these I think we're doing a great job now of managing our trash on the roads and our dumpster sites and everything, and I think this is great for the community and a great time for folks to be able to use that. I hope those are well attended. Are they? For those who've been, Mr. Jacobs, are those well used by citizens? The drop-off days?
Yes, we have
Okay.
3 roll-offs, yeah. Yeah, every third
Very
Saturday.
good. That's encouraging. That's encouraging. I plan to definitely do some cleaning out this summer and check that out, use that. So
And we're trying to
encourage everybody.
expand it in a lot of different ways for our brown and white goods.
Mhm.
We're trying to impress upon citizens, don't wait just for a trans waste to pick it up. If you have brown and white goods that you need to get rid of, that's a great opportunity to go ahead and
Yeah,
get rid of it
right,
then.
right.
On that third Saturday, if we have
Mhm,
opportunity.
every month.
Yeah.
So we know to count on that. Thank y'all for providing that for us.
Outstanding. Commissioner Durham?
My thing is, like, I already know, what Commissioner, good evening, everybody, first.
Good evening.
What Commissioner, McNeil said about the, junk drop-off. We ask that you take advantage of that, because we do have citizens that's dropping off in other places. And we want to eliminate that, please, because we want to beautify our city. So we ask that you please take advantage of that, so, we can keep our city beautiful. And also, our condolences from the Mayor and Commission goes out to, our mayor on behalf of his grandfather.
Yeah.
And, also Sister Janie Andrews, and the loss of her husband, Mr. David Andrews. And, those are just people near my ward, but they're in Commissioner Roper ward. And, also me and Mr. Roper and, Mr. Stevie Young, we went down to Newton County, and, we viewed the,